Shalom, party people, and welcome to the 12th C. Proverbs Chapter 16 and Luke Chapter 7, 31 and 32, as well as 41 through 43. Starting on page 743 in the Scriptures, 2009. Proverbs 16. To man belongs the preparations of the heart, but from Yahweh is the answer of the tongue. All of the ways of a man are clean in his own eyes, but Yahweh weighs the spirit. Commit your works to Yahweh, and your plans shall be established. Yahweh has made all for his purpose, and also the wrong for the day of evil. Everyone proud in heart is an abomination to Yahweh. Hand to hand he goes not unpunished. By loving commitment and truth, crookedness is pardoned. And in the fear of Yahweh, one turns away from evil. When a man's ways please Yahweh, he makes even his enemies to be at peace with him. Better is a little with righteousness than a large income without right ruling. A man's heart plans his ways, but Yahweh establishes his steps. An oath is on the lips of the sovereign. In right ruling, his mouth trespasses not. A right scale and a balance are of Yahweh. All the weights in the bag are his work. It is an abomination for sovereigns to commit wrongness, for a throne is established by righteousness. Righteous lips are the delight of sovereigns, and they love him who speaks what is straight. The sovereign's wrath is a measure of death, but a wise man appeases it. In the light of a sovereign's face is life, and his delight is like a cloud of the latter rain. How much better it is to get wisdom than gold, and to get understanding is preferable to silver. The highway of the straight is to turn away from evil. He who guards his life watches over his way. Before destruction comes pride, and before a fall, a haughty spirit. Better to be lowly in spirit with the poor than to divide the spoil with the proud. He who acts wisely concerning the word finds good. And blessed is he who trusts in Yahweh. The wise-hearted is called discerning. The sweetness of lips increases learning. Understanding is a fountain of life to him who has it, but the disciplining of fools is folly. The heart of the wise gives discretion to his mouth, and he increases learning to his lips. Pleasant words are like a honeycomb, sweet to the being and healing to the bones. There is a way that seems right to a man, but its end is the way of death. He who labors for himself, for his mouth drives him on. A man of Baalah plots evil, and on his lips it is like burning fire. A perverse man sends forth strife, and a whisper separates intimate friends. Ruthless man entices his neighbor, and leads him in a way that is not good. Winking with his eye to plot perversely, moving his lips, he shall bring about evil. Gray hair is a crown of adorning. It is fond in the way of righteousness. He who is patient is better than he that is mighty, and he who rules over his spirit than he who takes a city. The lot is cast into the lap, but every decision by it is from Yahweh. Luke chapter 7, verses 31 and 32, as well as verse 41 through 43 on page 992 in the Scriptures, 2009. And the Master said, "To what then shall I compare the men of this generation, and what are they like? They are like children sitting in the marketplace and calling to each other, saying, We played the flute for you, and you did not dance. We lamented for you, and you did not weep." verse 41 through 43. A certain creditor had 2 debtors. The one owed 500 denarii and the other 50. And when they were unable to repay, he forgave them both. Which of them then shall love him more? And Shimon answered him, saying, I suppose the one whom he forgave more. And he said to him, You have rightly judged. Go do hard things.